Outside of your phone, a webcam is the easiest way to get started with live streaming. And in a lot of ways, a webcam is easier to set up and use. You can also find webcams in all sorts of different price ranges, but today I want to show you a cool webcam that's really inexpensive. Like less than 50 bucks inexpensive, and it has lots of cool features. Hello my YouTube friends, this is the Rocware RC08 mini all-in-one video soundbar. Of course, there's a link down below in the description so you can check this out for yourself. What is an all-in-one video soundbar? Well, it means that audio and video are totally integrated into it. And we're gonna talk about what that means for streaming at the end of the video. But let me show you what's in the box and how to set it up and what it looks like and how it works, of course. So you know what? Let's get to it! This is the box that the Rocware RC08 comes in. You can see it's a mini all-in-one video soundbar. So it has a speaker and a camera, and it has AI software built in that's supposed to do noise suppression so you can listen to your guests while you're streaming without headphones. I don't know how true that is, I would never do it, but let's take a look at what's in the box. All right, so we've got warranty card, little information, and an instruction manual with text that's way too small for me to read. And we have a cable here. Needless to say, I did open this before. And it's USB-C to USB, which is good. This cable's actually really nicely long. And then we've got our camera here. This camera has some cool features. Has a light on the front, tells you when it's working. It also has a slider right here that will cover up the camera. This, of course, is part of the audio system that's built right in. Has a microphone here and here, so it does get audio in stereo. And then you have USB-C plug-in right here and a little fingerprint touch to adjust different settings just by touching it right here on the camera. On the base, you can see this will open up so you can clamp it to the top of a monitor or something like that, but it also does have the screw so you can screw it to a tripod, and it is pretty much infinitely adjustable. So it's a really pretty nice piece of gear here. I like how this works and how this is set up, but the proof is in the pudding. Let's see what it looks like. Here we are on the web page. I'm gonna go ahead and go to download, and we're gonna go to software tool. And we've got the RO08 tool software for Mac and Windows. I'm just gonna click the download button right here, and it's downloading a little zip file over here. And we'll just go ahead and extract all, and we'll go into our console here. Another zip file, so we're gonna extract all on that one. And we'll just run it right here. I'm gonna go with more info and run anyway. Okay, here we are in the Roca software, and it's pretty easy to use. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, adjust my exposure down. I have a lot of lights. I don't need quite this much exposure. We're gonna bump the contrast up a couple of shifts. And now I think we have what looks like a pretty good picture. So I'm gonna zoom us in here, and we could go as far as we want. We'll go out a little bit, and then we can actually just adjust the image like that. We get something that's actually pretty close to my regular image. We could go into our advanced settings where we can actually go to camera control, and we can adjust the focus, which might give us the ability to get some bokeh out of this. I'm not totally sure. We'll turn the autofocus off, and let's see what we can do. Can we get it to focus on me without focusing on the background? That's what we want, but I don't think we're gonna be able to do it. No, so we're not gonna be able to get any bokeh out of this, which is just fine. It looks pretty good. We're gonna go and hit the default on that, and we're just gonna maybe bump the exposure down just a little bit more. We'll go ahead and zoom it in again. We'll move it over there. Zoom it out one. That looks pretty good. That's really similar to my normal image other than the fact that our background is totally clear and not bokeh out. So that's pretty good. I wonder how this sounds. Let's just go ahead and add this into OBS. Alright, so you guys are pretty familiar with all my live stream demos and the cameras that I use all the time. So this is them. We've got a webcam over here. It's just totally generic. And up there we have my desk webcam, which is even more generic. So let's see what the Rocware looks like. We're going to go ahead and click the plus, and we're going to go to video capture device, and we'll just call this Rocware. And click OK, and we're going to drop this down and see if we can't find it. There it is, the RC08. We're going to have to go into the software and turn the preview off so that we can actually see it. And we'll do custom. We'll do a resolution of 1920 by 1080. And that's pretty much all we have to do. We're going to use custom audio, and we'll use our Roku microphone. So let's see if we can find it here. Here it is, echo canceling speakerphone. That is the one right there. We'll click OK, and we should be able to see it right there. So it is functional and working. So now what we can do is we can actually go into this software here, and we can do the zoom again if we want. But what I think I'm going to do instead, so I can get it much more precise, is I'm just going to go ahead and give it one of these. Just need a little more. And there we go. So that is essentially the same sort of camera look that we get for all of the other ones. And let's shrink this down. What I'm going to do, instead of doing that, is we'll go ahead and we'll do this, and then I'm just going to click the Alt key, and we're going to crop it up on these sides here, and we'll crop the top a little bit in the proper configuration. And now we can look and see right next to my main camera. It looks pretty good. It's not that far off, and we could probably adjust it to look even closer. If we bring this over here, we could probably adjust some of these to make it look a little bit closer. We can raise up that. We can give it a little more red. And there we go. We've got a pretty natural color. I like it. We can go into advanced settings as well and adjust the hue and the contrast if we wanted to get it any closer. But I don't really think that we need to get it any closer. We have proven that we can get a pretty doggone good picture that is really similar to what we're getting on my main camera with this Rocware camera. I kind of like it. I think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think? I guess we should test and see how it sounds. So let's do that. So here we are completely on the Rocware RC08, and I want to see what the audio sounds like. Now if I look down here, it does look like this peaks pretty high, and so I'm going to do another recording with it turned down just a little bit, so it's just in the red area, and we'll see if that sounds any different. Now this is the Rocware RC08 with the volume turned down just a little bit in OBS to see if that does anything for us. Now this is the Rocware RC08 with the noise gate in its default and the compressor in its default right on OBS, just to see what the difference is. Now with just a few simple tweaks, I was able to get the image to look like this, which I think looks pretty good for a live stream. It's obvious that this camera handles the darks pretty nicely. There's not too much grain back there. And using my own focus, I was able to get actually a little bit of bokeh out of it too. And I did all this by adjusting the contrast and moving some lights around. And I think it looks pretty good. The big question is the audio. And no, this is not the Roku audio. This is actually my Sennheiser audio, which means you're probably going to have to use an external mic if you really want this thing to sound good. But image quality wise, for a relatively inexpensive under $50 camera, it has some great features. So take a second down below and let me know how I'm doing, and while you're there, if you're not subscribed, please do. And why not ring the bell so you know when we're going live, so you don't miss that either if you actually have a question. All this stuff really does help me continue to make content that helps you. So thanks. So I say the name of this thing wrong multiple times in this video, but it is the Rocware RC08. It is a very sturdy unit and it's really well built in my opinion. And I think image-wise, it does pretty well for a 1080 webcam, even in low light. The microphone on this unit is what lets it down a bit, and I do think an external mic would be best. But I can't rule out that some audio wizard out there is going to be able to tame this microphone into something usable right out of the box. It is certainly possible. The unit is designed for conferencing software, ideally where the mic wouldn't be a big deal, and the fact that it's all in one would really come in handy. For conferencing, you just plug it in and select the video, microphone, and sound that are right in the unit, and it's going to eliminate the need for headphones. Pretty cool. And for less than 50 bucks, it's pretty inexpensive as well. But for live streaming, the camera is what I would recommend. It's very easy to set up and capable as a webcam. If you want to take a look at another really cool webcam that's going to track you in 360 degrees anywhere you go in the room, you should check this video out. Big thanks to the sponsors that support this channel. You can find their links down below in the description under the heading sponsors. I couldn't possibly do this without them or you. So thanks. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks to help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Feyrer Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.